Using your voice as a teacher is an essential part of your job. It is your primary tool for communicating and engaging with your students. Many environmental factors can have an effect on the health of your voice. Room noise, air quality, acoustics, and the acoustic characteristics are among these factors. In this video, I'd like to look at the obstacles to maintaining vocal health and offer suggestions for how to overcome them. So room noise is one of the most significant challenges that teachers face. Air conditioning, if we're lucky, outside traffic, and student chatter are all potential sources of room noise. So according to de Medeiros, teachers who reported aggravated background noise were twice as likely as those who did not to exhibit signs of voice symptoms. The air quality in the classroom can also affect your vocal health. Dry throat, irritation, and coughing can all result from poor air quality. So teachers should make certain that the air conditioning system, if available, is properly maintained and that the room is well ventilated. Another important factor that can affect vocal health is the room's acoustics. The acoustic characteristics of the room, such as its size, shape, reverberation time, and reflections, can also have a significant impact on how the voice is perceived. So how do we overcome these challenges? There are a number of strategies you can employ to overcome the difficulties that teachers face in maintaining their vocal health. Here are a few examples. In fact, there are 5 tips I'd like to share with you today. Number 1, I'm slightly biased, but voice training, coaching in public speaking can help you use your voice more effectively and more efficiently. Voice training exercises and techniques help to strengthen your vocal folds or cords, improve breathing, and improve voice projection. Teachers can improve their vocal technique by participating in public speaking workshops or enrolling in my Master Your Voice program, free plug, details in the comments. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you one exercise that will help you project your voice over a noisy classroom. Number 2, I know this is slightly controversial because my wife's a teacher, that you have no breaks, there is no time, but regular breaks can help to relieve strain on the vocal cords. So what I mean by that is take a break from speaking. Number 3 is to adjust the classroom environment. So this may involve rearranging the furniture to improve acoustics or using a microphone to amplify your voice. Number 4 is speak at a lower volume. You probably know that speaking quieter will grab the attention of your class much more effectively than shouting or raising your voice over the level of the classroom. One thing, however, from a physiological perspective, is to think about it as trying not to speak with a breathy quality. So this will damage your voice even more. Speak at a low volume, but with less breath in your voice. Okay, so this is an exercise you can do to speak with a lower volume, so less volume, so much quieter. So, and you know as a teacher that the quieter you speak, the more attention you're going to get from your students and your audience, etc. So, but what we don't want to do is we don't want to speak really breathily like that. So you might be at the moment, okay, children, forgive my impression of a teacher. My wife's a teacher and she hates me doing this type of thing because she doesn't do this at all. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to get into that cliche, if you like, that sort of that stereotype. So here we go. Okay, children, could you sit down? It's a bit scary, isn't it? Could we sit down? Lovely. Come a bit closer. Come a bit closer. The problem with that is it's very breathy. So it's very breathy. Okay, come a bit closer. Now, if you're speaking like that all day, it's going to ruin your vocal cords. So if you're straining here and it's a bit tight and it's hurting, it could be that you're shouting and speaking too loudly, but it also could be that you're speaking too much with too much breath, with too much air over the vocal folds and creating too much what's called vocal load. So we want to get rid of the load. So we want to take the air out of it. Now, a really nice exercise is to go from what's called an NG. So an NG, very simply, is at the end of the word, any word that has NG at the end. So, for instance, singing is a good example, or ping pong. There we are, ping pong. So ping pong, and you hold the NG. Ping pong. Now, the back of your tongue is rising up and touching your hard palate. The hard palate's actually coming down a little bit as well. And it's sending the air into your nasal passages here. So ping pong or singing, the back of the tongue's up, and keep the tip of the tongue forward and down as well. Singing. Now, with enough energy, singing from your abdominal muscles. I have another video on that there to make sure that you're supporting the breath. With enough energy, singing just by dropping the back of the tongue, singing into an R vowel, singing or ping pong. We get the right amount of phonation, which is the balance of tone and air. So the ratio and the balance of that is really integral to creating a balanced sound in your voice. So that you can speak really quietly. If I get into that place, I'm going to get a bit closer to the microphone. So if I get into that quiet space, instead of, hello children, do come a little bit closer. Hello children, whoa. Come a little bit closer. That's right. Instead of breathy sound, we're going to speak, okay children, can we come a little bit closer? Just a bit closer. Wonderful. George, don't do that. Great book. If you haven't read it, I'm sure you have. And so we're going to try that. So singing, I'm going to speak in that way. I'm going to speak in that quality of voice. Now I'm going to say, children, please sit down. Wonderful. Could you come over there? Caroline, wonderful. Africa, come a bit closer. Susanna, a little bit closer. Wonderful. Let's all have a lovely, relaxing time. And we're not too breathy in our voice. It's just a nice balance between the tone and the air. Try that. Number 5 is maintain good vocal hygiene. Maintain good vocal hygiene. And this is essential for vocal health. This involves avoiding behaviors that can strain the vocal cords, such as shouting or whispering. You need to try to stay hydrated, lots of water, and avoid smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. That's obviously not at school. So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I was going to share with you an exercise which is about projecting your sound. And a really, really great way to do that is to use your mask area here. So this is your nasal passages, but we need to get into there. We need to get into that sound. And a really great, and I'm really excited about this because actually I can share this with you, and I think you would appreciate this. So because the exercise is called, well, I've called it the spoilt brat exercise. So it happens to be an American for me. It has to be in my head. It's American young girl who is very spoilt. She gets everything, and she just wants a pony. And you got to get into that sound there, and I'm doing it now. You can hear the difference, hopefully, and hopefully I'm not speaking too loudly. But it's that I'm going to take my glasses off because it really helps me if I want to get into character. So I want you to join me in getting into this kind of no, Daddy, I want a pony. Give me a pony, please give me a pony. It's all I want. So that sound. I don't think I've ever done this in public before. This is what I do in my coaching. So don't be scared if you want to work with me. This is not all I do, but this is one thing I do. But this is a great way to get into that nasally sound there. You can think about it as a witch as well. It's not quite the same because you're with the witch sound, you're narrowing the vocal tract, which is another thing entirely. But actually, no, Daddy. What you're doing is that you're raising the back of your tongue, like the NG sound that we did earlier on in the video, singing. But you're really pushing the sound here. And if you go yeah. So, or no, and say words like no and yellow and anything with a N or Y, that back of the tongue sound, no. And to use that sound when you're projecting, rather than saying, could we gather around the classroom, please? Can we come back now? Thank you. That's a lot of strain on the throat. But if you use that, could we come back now? Everybody come back, a little bit of nasality, a bit of mask projection. It's going to really help project the sound without straining too much in here in the larynx. So let me know how you get on with that.